Attack on Titan has come to an end, and it was with a goddamn bang. From the direction to the animation to the stellar storytelling, the ending was everything I hoped for and more, and the only thing that's left me upset is that I can't spell Historia's letter myself. In a single 1-hour sitting, it was filled to the brim with high-octane action and a thrilling conclusion to the story and its characters, even if you already guessed it ahead of time, with its animation and directing being the arguable best it's ever been in Season 4. It was filled to the brim with nostalgia via the music we've come to know and love from Sawano and Yamamoto, but remixed into epic orchestral versions to fit thematically for the grand finale, allowing Eren to tataka to the most banging music possible. And being the end to the series that it was, it perfectly caps off all the respective character arcs as well as the plotline of Eren genociding the entire world to make for the absolute perfect ending. Did jet fuel just smell steel beams? This ending was in contention for years with manga readers, but I thought it was perfect with very few flaws to be found. It rounds off Eren's character arc of doing everything he could for his friends to ensure they live happy lives while still touching on the fact that he couldn't do anything else because he's an idiot and a bird. Only the finest for my woman. He was given power, but he's not Armin, Erwin, or anyone else. He's a person who knows he wants no conflicts and just happiness, and there's only one way a goober like him could think to achieve it for the people he cared about. It's possible that letting himself pass normally and allowing the curse of the Titans to continue could have led to a sort of peace for his friends, but it wasn't something he could guarantee in his short lifespan, nor could he imagine it, so it always came back to the genuine love that Ymir wanted to see, and the only way a boy filled with rage could think to end things. By whining about it. Honestly, same. It's meme to death, but in all seriousness, it's meant to be both a comedic scene as well as one that reveals the innocent boy he's always been. Where Mikasa learned to live for love and Armin learned to live in the moment, Eren learned to live for and with his loved ones. Fitting with the theme of the show, they were all likewise slaves to each of their own ideals. Armin wanted to continue pushing forward to see outside the walls and experience things with his friends, and Eren wanted to make such a thing possible with Mikasa watching over them all the while. And that's exactly why Armin accepts his own part in all of it and marches into hell together with his brother. It's a scene that's easily misunderstood, but with the changes Isayama made to it for the anime, it becomes much clearer the message he was trying to get across, that all Eren wanted was to live. To enjoy a peaceful life with Mikasa and Armin was his only dream, but life isn't fair and his destiny had other plans, something that only came about because of how he is and the power he was given, and this scene is meant to encapsulate those true feelings he's been hiding while trying so hard to keep it all together and not go insane from the way time functions for him. And it's the kind of moment he'd only really share with his closest friend. In the alternate reality we're shown where Mikasa has confessed her love to Eren rather than proclaiming their family, we're met with a very hollow ending. Armin and the rest suffer, and Eren only lives for 4 more years with not a single character being met with closure. Even Mikasa, despite the fact that this would theoretically be her happiest moment. And I don't blame her because good fucking lord, he's hot! Eren ultimately comes to the realization that he's not allowed to live that life, and after all he's done, he's not allowed to keep living at all. The exact same as his brother Zeke, who realizes this in his final moments, capping off the character arc between the two quite nicely, while also being a perfect send-off for Eren's character as one who desired freedom for himself and others, and achieved just that with the safety of Paradis and his friends for centuries after his death. He performed the ultimate sacrifice and had his most selfish wish granted in turn, to become a bird. Tataka, tie the scarf, Mikasa! Nah, she just kept loving him. Armin and Mikasa are no different, with their arcs coming to a perfect conclusion as well, with Mikasa, specifically, being the key to resolve it all by showing Ymir what genuine true love is. Ymir was the one causing the headaches to lead Mikasa towards the right path of doing what needed to be done to stop Eren, but to also never stop loving him, showing Ymir something that she never really had for herself, solidifying such a moment with the most genuine scream I've heard in anime when Armin cries out for his now dead friend after remembering everything. Sad to have to finally part ways with him. It's heartbreaking but necessary, and it captures the same feelings the viewers have of saying goodbye to such a generational series. It's a story that depicts humanity's struggle with the cycle of violence, being slaves to their own ideology and dreams as they search for ways to escape it, just wanting to live in a peaceful world of understanding, and it's done masterfully. The writing wasn't always the best, sure, and sometimes the pacing would come to a screeching halt, but the moments that were done well were done exceedingly so and stand out as some of the most defining pieces of animation, writing, and direction to this day. Kill the kids. While Season 4 was arguably the roughest for the series with the switch to Mappa and the lack of time to create the perfect product, it all came together in the end, and the team managed to craft an epic for the final episode, going so far as getting Isayama to rewrite parts of the episode on top of while getting back a lot of the old talent from Wit to come together one last time, with Arifumi Imai, the same guy who did many of the best ODM scenes in the series like with Kenny and Levi, coming back to do the last ever ODM scene, and that's just pure poetry, truly fitting it as the requiem for the series. There's so much more to talk about with this episode, like FaZe fucking Gabby coming in clutch, or Peak running down the trident to cement her place as third best girl, Reiner transferring his consciousness to his left ass cheek to not die here, and everything involving Annie and Mikasa. Aim for the horse! What the fuck is a horse? It was a culmination of the series up till this point, and in a perfect world, every episode of season 4 would have been just as well put together as the finale, and there would have been no 4-year gap between season 1 and 2, alongside a myriad of other things. But there's no ride without its ups and downs, and it's the long journey that makes it memorable in the end. It's a modern day classic that overcame generations, making it one of the few anime series to accomplish such a feat without having 1,000+ episodes. It's partially responsible for how big anime has become and just how much it will continue to grow into the future. Kill the kids.